Hi everybody, Marian here from Art Chicks Collective Studio, and today I'm going to start a project that I've been trying to learn how to do, so we'll see. We'll see how I do with it. Anyway, I'm going to redo this chair that's behind me. It's an old, what they call teacher's chair. So let's see how it goes. You never know. Before I start, I have to remove this old seat stuff. Okay, so now I have the chair stripped. This took almost 4 hours. There were so many staples I could hardly believe it. I washed it down with alcohol and a kitchen scrubber, and I've let it completely dry overnight, and now I'm ready to add my paint. I did another one that I did a different, the same style of chair in a different kind of color combination and probably technique, although I don't know because I'm not done this one. This is my color for my base coat. It's kind of a rusty, I think of it like brick. I don't know what you'd name it, but I'm going to call it rusty brick. So I'm not really taking any special anything to paint it. I'm going to just paint it. So the paint I'm using is this Benjamin Moore paint, and I put in it this chalktique. Howard is the manufacturer, I'm assuming. Turns your water-based paint into chalk style paint. Anyway, I really quite like it. I've never tried actual chalk paint. This to me was much more affordable because I have a lot of different paints that I want to try this with. So we'll see what happens over time. But I'm happy with it, so let's see. Okay, so I have my rough coat of paint on the chair. It's quite rough, doesn't matter. The next thing I'm going to do is I've got this wax that it's clear, and you can get this in different colors. I'm not going to apply it everywhere. I'm just going to apply it in patches where I think I want more of the aging to happen. And I've never done this, so I'm going to see what happens. I'm just using a tray, and I'm going to just slap it on and see what happens. This looks so cool. And now I have my first layer of paint dry. I left it overnight, and I'm going to try using my sandblaster with I think it's 220 grit sandpaper. I can't remember. Anyway, just so I can feel it. I don't know. I'm just going by the way okay, so I've sanded it, and I'm not really sure what I want. So I'm going to take a gamble on it. This is just a damp cloth to pick up all the dust from the sanding. And then I'm going to take this wax, it's Revivals. This is the clear. I'm going to coat it really well. Last time I just went sparse. This time I'm going to cover everything because I have an idea. Let's see. I like it when that happens. I'm going to be pretty generous here, and I'm going to coat the entire surface so that my next step is meaningful. You know, I watch YouTube. Like I say, I go to YouTube University. And I watch what people do, and I like to get ideas from people who have lots of knowledge and experience, but I also really like just going for it on my own. Anyway, I'm just going to continue this and meet you back here later. All right, so now I'm ready for my experiment. I have my brush, Bennett Professionals. It's made in Ontario, Canadian, yay. I'm hoping that with this darker wax made by Revivals in Airdrie, Alberta, I hope that it's going to give me a kind of a shadow effect. If not, I'm going to paint over it. So whatever. It's time to experiment. So let's see what happens. Here goes nothing. I don't know what to do. I think I'll just kind of concentrate on my corners and angles and see what happens. So let's go. Bring it on. So I'm finished with my dark wax layer. I'm not sure this is what I'm looking for, but I'm not sure it's not what I'm looking for. So what I think I'll do is leave this overnight, let the wax set, and decide next time I look at it. So either that's it, or we'll do some more. I'm not sure. It looks a bit dirty for me. And I have another idea, so who knows. I got this fabric remnant that I'm going to make the seat and the back for this chair with. And I don't even know what I was thinking, but I didn't even look at it. So I brought it out here this morning and I'm like, that's not going to work. So I'm just as happy because I learned something by doing this. It's got a nice solid base coat, and now I'm going to start with this color, these colors in mind. So I'm going to take pale blue, kind of a bit of a gray blue, and I'm just going to repaint the whole chair and start again, because why not? Okay, see you later. Well, my second layer is dry now, and it's been actually a few days. So I'm going to start applying some of my Revivals furniture wax onto my chair. Then I'm going to sand it and see how it goes through the layers. I've never done it, so let's see. I'm not 100% sure why we need a layer of wax before we sand, but since I'm following YouTube University directions, I'm giving it just a really light sanding so that I can sort of see the hint of the color that's underneath. And then I'm also being mindful of, if this was natural wear and tear, where would that hit the most? And I'm thinking, well, of course, the corners and the legs. So I'm giving the legs a little more hit with the sandpaper than I will anything else. And along the edges, when I get here, I'll really do more sanding there. But it's nice. It is nice how the colors are starting to, it's almost like they're floating up from underneath. Doesn't take very long. So the colors that I have on here were a really dark brick color, and then I had put sort of a creamy whitish color over that, and I didn't like it, So I changed it and I put a really pale blue, and then I put the green on top of that. And so now I'm getting little hints of all the colors showing through, which I think is probably a really good idea. I haven't read a lot of directions that say to put these undercolors, but for me, for my taste, it's much richer. All right, so I sanded with the 100 is the coarser one. So I did the whole thing with 100, and then I went over it again with 150. And I'm pretty happy with it. It's quite smooth. It's rich. I can see the colors underneath. And then I went and got my fabric, and I'm pretty happy with how that looks. So yeah, I really like that. I'm going to take this down and give you a closer look. So here it is with the fabric, and you can see how some of the previous colors have come through. I do like that effect, and yeah, so I will get back to you when the fabric's on. So my final step before I put the fabric on will be another layer of this Revival's natural furniture wax. I will put it on. Then once it's all on, the whole chair is coated, I'll buff it a little bit. Then I'm going to leave it for probably 2 or 3 days before I put the fabric on. So I'm on the home stretch. There's a lot of steps to this. I didn't have to do the first 2 paint colors because they were kind of a mistake. But in retrospect, I'm thrilled that I did, because I really like how they peek out from underneath in places. So, you know, like Bob Ross says, happy little accidents. Okay, so here's our fabric.
Beautiful fabric.
Here's my neck.
Hi.
The upholstery queen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we've done it once.
Yeah, that makes us
So
professionals.
I think we're pretty much. So should we start in the back?
Yes. Drop a staple in there,
I
Mare.
couldn't. I was looking at my dog.
I know, but focus.
All right. It's done. Well done, Manek.
Yes, you too, Mare. In half the time. We're professionals now.
I know. Anybody needs upholstery work and painting done,
Call Mare.
call me.
I'll assist.
Because we're professionals. I love it.
Yes, it's beautiful. And
Wow.
the trim is beautiful.
Wow.